Sleeping? With your puppy? It's only 10 minutes till 7, Mr. Trump, and this is for you. Along with the actions that the current administration left as a mandate, they are going around causing and creating more foster cases with the residents of the community than just on the border. They have a mandate to displace as many children and get as many diagnoses of depression in my state of North Carolina. Evidently, me and my son have a great relationship. They were taking him out of his classroom, referring him every time he struggled with his work assignment. They referred him to a counselor, and they were seeing him with this counselor for 4 months. And then when they got the right conversation about our rough housing and he had a bad tooth and was a little agitated, they called in an intake worker and they took my child, forced me to take assessments, they diagnosed me with depression, which is crap. They also, at the same time, another clinical social worker, I took 2 assessments. The other one diagnosed me as being
disorder in which a person has an inflated sense of self-importance.
Narcissistic. I can't hardly.
Narcissistic.
Saying that's what the other one diagnosed me with. So both of them are in conflict with each other. But I do know that the state government passed legislation because of the 33% uptick in diagnosis of depression. Not cases of depression, but diagnosis of depression. They got $134 million here in North Carolina to allocate to school resource officers. Basically give everybody a raise that are government employees. We got to stop allowing them to pander to the federal and the state governments with low minimum wages to keep the minimum wage employees dependent on the federal government stimulus, food stamps and HUD and Medicaid. If the minimum wage was high enough to where the full-time employees weren't in poverty, you'd have a dramatic less burden on the federal government. Anyhow, it's a bunch of scams that they're infiltrating to just attack people on our level while leadership is controlled by the Republicans. All the Democrats, the government employees, this, are trying to drum up business and keep beating the American people down. Please help us. Please stop this. And if you want a blanket approach to fix all this, return all the children to their biological parents. That would be a great start, regardless of anybody's, as long as they ain't in prison, regardless of anybody's recreational habits. And let them start fresh. Give them all random drug tests if you want to. Because I do understand that there are some people with a substance abuse problem. But let's start over. Let's start fresh in this country and stop allowing the systematic disruption of family to promote a democratic government employee industry. Clinical social worker industry. Thank you.